So I got a
Oh,
couple things on the docket this week.
okay.
Gaming news top three. I'm just gonna rattle them off, and y'all can tell. Like, it's something, right? Um,
Okay.
so the top three I got this week. It's sort of a slow news cycle yet again. It's not terribly slow, but it's a little slower. The Aliens Fireteam Elite roadmap has come out.
It has, yes.
It has finally hit. That's exciting to me because I've very deeply fallen in love with that little arcade
Oh,
shooty game.
that's another one that I talked you into, and you're
Yeah,
like, all right, whatever, Stevie, I'll try it out. And then it's like, you playing? You playing? You playing?
I was just constantly on it, constantly like wondering if anybody was able to play. Um,
So good.
Number two, we will get into these a little bit more in depth. N64 Online has launched on the Switch. Yeah, so
Well,
now I can play N64 games on my Switch, and
uh,
yeah,
I need to get a Switch.
yeah, right. Like that's
Son of a
just
bitch.
a reason to have a Switch now.
That is rad. Continue.
It's not terribly cheap. We'll talk about that more in length at length. Number three, Warzone Pacific has officially been announced and shown.
Really?
Yeah, and it's coming in December, so it's hot. It's
Hmm.
hot coming up, and
Wow.
yeah.
Okay. That's
So
okay. That's good talks here.
yeah, so I got a couple things. We'll get into it a little bit as we go here. For everybody watching the stream over here on my channel, we will have some video playing, and it may or may not pertain directly. But for this piece, we're gonna start with Alien Fireteam Elite. So the year one roadmap has hit, and I I can't
Hey,
say how excited I am about it.
hey, Aaron, can you do a favor? Could you share your screen on Discord actually, so I can see it real time,
Um,
if
let
that's
us
possible?
see.
If that's
Let me
possible,
see.
we'll find out momentarily.
Oh, it's gonna be a little choppy. Here, I can
That's fine.
share. I'll share this one. This should be the one that I'm gonna pop up with.
Okay.
So this is the
Okay.
piece. This piece should go.
Perfect.
Um,
Yep.
so on my stream, you'll be seeing the video, and on well, actually, I have to switch my screen here. So let's go ahead and get over to stream. There we go. I got a new little transition there. Sweet, nice and
Ooh.
hot.
See it. Let's see it. Yeah. Look at
So
that cleanliness.
yeah, you like that? I've been working on that for like the last hour, trying to make sure I had something going. Um,
Beautiful. Let's pull
so
this up.
so we're in season one, right?
Yes.
We got the Phalanx kit. Season
Mm-hmm.
two, we're getting a new game mode. We're getting a new feature, whatever the hell that feature might mean. I don't know what that means.
Curious.
We're getting 4 new weapons in season two, 10 attachments, 10 cosmetics. We're getting new challenge cards. Season three, we're getting a new kit, which means we're getting a new class. We're also getting a new feature, more weapons, more perks, more cosmetics, more challenge cards. In season four, we're getting a new game mode and a new feature, more weapons, attachments, cosmetics.
Mm-hmm.
The list goes on into 2022. That is deep into 2022. I saw this roadmap, and my initial thought was, okay, but what about new maps?
Yeah, I'm curious about that too.
Right? Like, I wanted to see some new maps from this game because I think that's where it shines.
Mm-hmm.
Is the challenge of a new map, not the challenge of a challenge card.
Yes, I agree with that.
Um, Obviously, I'm excited to see new kits and new features. I don't really know what they mean by features. Um, I could dig more, but I just like what are we getting exactly?
Mm-hmm.
I was expecting maps, and we
Yeah.
got a game mode in Q3 2022. And no, I'll say okay, game mode in Q4 this year, and a game
Mm-hmm.
mode in Q3 next year. That it doesn't feel robust, to say the least, but it is like a trickling of content that, you know, if you want to play this game with your buddies, at least you have some new things coming down the pipe.
Well, another just I noticed it does say free content. So could this be the free stuff that's coming out, and then they will put out some like paid DLC, possibly stuff that'll have new map? I mean, that'd be kind of cheesy, but at the
Yeah,
same
I don't.
time,
I kind of don't know. I mean, if that is the case, I would love to have seen it on the roadmap for the next year. You know, but
yeah,
we'll see what comes from this. I think it's exciting at least to see um, some new game modes coming. Whatever those might end up being would be interesting. So we'll see. Uh yeah, I think that's all I got. If you had, I don't know what else to say about it really because it seems
Mhm.
so sort of lackluster in that way. And
Yeah, it's
I
definitely
was excited when I heard that it released.
yeah.
You know, that's the problem. Is I was actually pretty excited to get this um this roadmap, and then as soon as I saw, it, I was like,
Mhm.
what exactly do we get from all of
And
this?
it's just stuff.
Yeah, it's stuff.
Now let's so without sounding like it's gonna be a surprise, without sounding like a woman with a Virginia ham under her arm and
Yeah.
nothing to wear. It is cool that they're putting out a lot. Yes, that's
Yes.
awesome. However, I think the Aaron brought up a very good point. Where the game shines is the maps. The maps are some of the coolest things that I've
Just the
seen.
experience of being in them and running around and doing that.
I mean, you're looking at things that give you vibes from Alien, the first
Yeah.
one, Aliens, very much so.
Yep.
They even threw some stuff in there from the other Aliens movies we don't really talk too much about,
Yep.
but aesthetically they were good. You got stuff in there from Prometheus, stuff in there from Alien Covenant. I mean, they took the entire Aliens atmosphere and they threw it into a game and they let you jump into it firsthand and just
Yeah,
go
and
and
I'm
experience all of it, which was phenomenal. But more of that would be cool because it's kind of like one of those things you buy a nice house
yeah.
and then you just keep filling it up with shit.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's going to turn into a hoarder fest. So you're just going to have all kinds of stuff around your house and it's just
Not
going to be,
using it.
yeah, exactly. So
Uh,
all these new items and things, yeah, that's cool, but I would definitely love to see
unless one of those new game modes is maps that are written on the fly like Diablo.
specifically for it.
No, sort of
Oh,
Diablo
you know,
labyrinth
okay,
style.
yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, huh?
Unless we've I don't think the game is written that way. I don't think it is built that way, but son of a bitch, that would be cool.
That would be that would be rad. That would
just
be really, really
just
rad.
it's just written on the fly. You're just going through Diablo style trying to get to the exit. That would be
I do.
so fun to play. I don't like I wish that we could just go back in time and have them build it from scratch so that that would be the case.
So we could have that.
Like I love the
That
set pieces. I love all of it. It's so much fun. I love
yeah.
going back through and playing it. But
I just
man,
want
it
to
would
get
be
burnt
so
out on
fun.
them.
It would be so fun to just
I mean, the new stuff would be cool, but
yeah.
having to go through the same tunnel and the same like going having to bust
Hey
through all
there,
that
Jimmy. How you
again
doing, buddy?
would just make me feel burnt out on
Yeah.
that. Even though there's such cool stuff there to
Yeah. I
play with and
so
experiment with,
so we'll
you know.
see. I mean, we don't want to get too bogged down in the ifs and whats and has what we
Hmm.
could have gotten or hoped to get moving forward, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I think moving on, let's talk Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
Nintendo Switch Online. If you haven't been paying attention to the Switch at all, it really is kind of great, guys. Like, let me pull my my articles here, and then get this back up to full screen so that you guys can see actually what's going on with it.
I still see the aliens.
Hmm?
I still see aliens.
Oh yeah,
It's not
yeah. I'll
showing me.
switch over for you.
Is that
Give me a second. Do. All right, let me get Stevie's up here for a second. Let me change windows here because I have to change windows every time I do something here. All right, so here's the rundown there, Stevie.
oh perfect.
So if you don't have a Switch, it has the option to buy in on a subscription service per year that is like $20 a year for a normal online subscription. It helps you play online. You get access to the NES and Super NES games that they have available online.
Uh-huh.
It's a pretty big amount of gaming that you have just available to you, as well as being able to game online with your friends. This, however, this new expansion, so it's going to be the Switch Online Plus expansion pack subscription. It so the individual, um, if you get all of these subscription services together, it'll cost you $80 a month, $80 a year, right?
Wow. Okay.
It's interesting that this is the case when we have so many companies moving away from doing this anymore.
Mhm.
But you get a ton of games. You are basically paying $50 on top. Let me see. No, so I might be messing it up here. I said, all right. Let me just read the thing. This is from TheVerge.com. If you're looking for the article, it's Nintendo Switch's online or Nintendo Switch Online's N64 and Sega Genesis expansion pack. So it's both, right? Like you're getting N64 and Sega,
Uh-huh. Okay.
which
Okay.
is kind of rad.
That is.
Launches 3 days ago. It launched 3 days ago, and it was $49.99 per year to get that additional thing. So Nintendo has announced the price and release for its Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack subscription tier, which adds N64 games, Sega Genesis games, and bundled access to the new paid Animal Crossing: New Horizons Happy Home Paradise DLC. It'll cost $49.99 a year for an individual subscription, or $79.99 for a shared family subscription. So essentially, you can share this with your friends if you have friends that all have a Switch, and
Mhm.
just pay less and less and less for the family plan.
Mhm.
And that's what I've heard that other people have done. Um, let me get back to it. Prices are a big jump for the Switch Online subscription, which is only actually $20 a year. So like you're paying this significant amount, right? Like you're paying a significant amount more.
Mhm.
But the expansion pack also adds access to other retro titles from Nintendo, Sega, N64, and Sega Genesis. The pricing announcement, premium subscription service will also bundle access to, yeah, we already talked to Animal Crossing. Um, at launch, it will have Super Mario 64, Legends of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and Mario Kart 64. Additional titles are planned for the future, like Banjo-Kazooie, Pokemon Snap, Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, and Paper Mario. So, like, you're getting a lot of these, like, actual, like, really important titles from
Um,
that
you know
era.
what? Immediately, like GoldenEye,
Yeah. So
like GoldenEye,
yeah,
fucking
like,
Starfox, like that would
so
be
you're
super fun.
getting I don't have, let me try and find, so here's what they have on the plan for October. So you're getting N60, you're getting Mario Kart 64, you're getting Zelda
Rad.
Ocarina of Time,
Oh,
you're getting Star Fox 64,
wonderful.
Mario Tennis, Dr. Mario, apparently,
Hmm. Okay.
Super Mario 64, Yoshi's Story, some game I don't know, and some game called Win Back. So,
You just that game right there, you're looking at like cornerstones
yep,
of my nerd
yep.
upbringing right there, just looking at that. And that makes me so excited. I need to get my hands on the Switch when I sell my house.
Yeah.
That's all I'm thinking right now.
So, I have a Switch upstairs. I bought it at the beginning of all of the nonsense that was happening, and I was like, okay, well, I'll just get it because I want to kind of have something that's gonna be fun. Um,
Mhm.
and that's not to say like I I would love to keep supporting that kind of gameplay, and like having a nice little portable on
Yeah,
hand is great, but I just
absolutely.
didn't end up being that kind of gamer. So I didn't spend a lot, I didn't like spend a lot of time looking for games that I was going to play,
Yeah.
and I didn't,
Mhm.
the most I think I've used my Switch for is to play this um like Super Smash Brothers knockoff Kirby game that they have. It's
Okay.
kind of like, I don't even know exactly what it is. It's like Kirby Smash or something like that, or Kirby's Fight. Well, I don't even know what it is. I played that. I played it a couple times a year at this point, and that's basically all I use it for. Um, Getting N64 and Sega, I actually might play this thing more often. Like I
Yeah.
I I, I tried playing a couple of NES games. Yeah, they're fun. I wasn't really a Super Nintendo player back in the day, so I don't have that draw the same way. But to get Star Fox and be able to play it,
Oh, that
to
would be
get
so rad, man.
to get these games, like, and I have it up on the on screen right now. So we're getting
Uh-huh.
Castlevania Bloodlines, which wasn't the best Castlevania game. You're getting Contra Hard Corps. You're getting Echo the Dolphin. Like, these are the Sega side. Like, now we're talking Sega
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
Golden Axe, Gunstar Heroes, Phantasy Star 4, Shinobi 3, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Streets of Rage 2. Like, you're getting some real big classics from the Sega side as well.
I'm pretty sure that Winback, that was their take to try to do like Metal Gear.
Right. Yeah, so it's Covert Operations. I've never even seen
Yeah.
that game before, but
I
that's
remember it a little bit.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was their take to try to do like a Metal
Yeah.
Gear type game. It wasn't awful. It just Nintendo threw their money at other projects and other
Yeah.
stuff, and it just kind of fell to the wayside. It wasn't as big as it could have been.
And this is from a kid that didn't have an N64. Like, there are some titles on the N64 side that I absolutely want to play. Like, I absolutely think I need to get this at least for a year and see what games I can kind of run through. Because if I could play Star Fox 64 all the way through, like, that's a game that I've always wanted to play and just never had access to.
I played it a little bit. I never actually finished it. It was just one of those games I never
And
finished. But oh,
I was listening
so good.
to Kind of Funny Gamescast daily earlier, and they were basically like, it holds up. It holds up so well. It's such a good game still that I'm like, okay, I'm listening. I'm very much listening. I do want to play these games. So I think I have a reason to have a Switch again at long last. I've only had it for a year and a half. So
I finally have a reason to dust it off.
yeah.
You know.
So just I got it charging up. So maybe it'll actually get some use finally.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find one.
Yeah, right? Like, that seems great. Like, that's like,
Yeah,
I'm
I need to
into it.
find one.
I'm very happy to try and give it a go. If it doesn't work out, then I just, tell it to go pound sand. So we'll see. Next up on the docket, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, Warzone Pacific map.
Yes, let's talk about that. I didn't even
So-
know. I didn't even know that was a fucking was close. I knew
Yeah.
Vanguard was going to be a thing.
Yeah, so
but I didn't know it was
Vanguard is
Pacific.
basically just straight up kicking off the fact that we're getting Warzone Pacific. As we all know, as I've been very vocally opposed to playing Warzone as Warzone, we will see how much of this I get hype about, but that's mostly because I'm not a huge battle royale player, but there are a lot of people out there that are very, very hype, and I'm sure that that one dude, Sean, from the Discord, is just fucking wringing his hands right now, waiting for this to come out. So, let's.
Yeah.
Let me. I'm just gonna pull this up on Discord for you, and we will get better at this as we go.
Oh, please.
So that's
Please,
up on
sir,
there
can
for
I have
you.
some more? 1 second. I will pull it up.
And then on the stream, we'll be playing. I found a video from Ink Slasher, and he has a little, basically like a compilation video of some stills that are happening from the map. So let me pop that up in live. So yeah, so this is essentially them being like, all right, well, let's go back to World War II.
Which is always risky.
Which is super risky, but the map looks kind of gorgeous. It looks real good. It reminds me of some of the stuff that Battlefield was doing with Battlefield 5's Pacific stuff.
Which was my favorite part.
Which was literally the only part of Battlefield 5 that was actually super, super fun.
I still
including
play it.
if you're seeing it right now, this little village in the middle of a stream is basically ripped right out of Battlefield. This is essentially Battlefield 5's.
Yeah.
That is straight up what we were playing on last year or the year before, whenever the hell I was playing that game. Yeah, so this article I'm pulling from is PC Gamer, written by Morgan Park. Call of Duty Warzone's Pacific map and new anti-cheat are coming in December. So they have another new anti-cheat coming in December
Because the other one didn't
because the
work.
other one got cracked within a day, within a couple of hours. I'm sorry, not just a day. Or maybe I guess they didn't even really launch the whole thing because this is saying like it's coming in December no matter what. I don't really know what they're talking about now. But yeah, so this is their next map, Caldera. It's finally on the way. World War II theme map based on the Pacific Theater is releasing alongside Warzone's new anti-cheat Ricochet when Vanguard Season 1 begins in December 2nd. So it's right down the pipe. We're a month and a half away. Not even a month and a half. Well, like a month and a couple days. Activision laid it out in a new blog post, including roadmap that shows everything coming to Warzone Vanguard between Vanguard's release date of November 5th and Season 1's kickoff in December. Activision is describing the month of Vanguard's preseason, so you're coming into preseason mode for everything, and from there we will see what they release after that. I will try and pull up the let's see. There's like a little roadmap thing that I think I can pull. Here we go. So here's the sort of like what's coming is on the stream right now. You got your campaign for Vanguard. You got your sort of preseason, your zombie stuff that's coming. And then we have the brand new Caldera map, Rebirth Island map. It's getting, I guess they're updating Rebirth, or they're just, I don't know what they're doing to that exactly yet.
Something.
Yeah, they're doing something to Rebirth, and then you got some new vehicles coming because that's going to be part of Caldera. So we're going to have vehicles in Caldera. Let me pull that back up. Secrets. So Warzone will also get a second, possibly smaller event on November 24th called Secrets of the Pacific, which sounds a lot like the introduction to the Caldera map a few weeks before it drops. This is a limited time event developed by Beanox. God, I hate that name, don't I? Will grant you vital information on Caldera and its various points of interest prior to its launch in December, but only if you complete the challenges across Vanguard and Warzone. They're just reading from the blog on that. Yeah. The new anti-cheat will be live on November 5th, so we'll see what happens with all of that. But realistically, like, you're just getting a nice, pretty
new map
that has some great theme to it. It does seem like you're getting vehicles for the Pacific.
That could be interesting.
So you have like aircraft. Like in the picture I have up for the roadmap, it seems like there's some vehicles coming. Yeah, like you're just gonna be able to fly aircraft and kill each other. So it looks kind of I mean, I might jump in just so I can
to say you did it.
Not just say I did, but like it looks fun. Like this is the only theme for Battlefield that I had fun with Battlefield 5.
I agree. Like I said, I still dive in on Battlefield 5, and that's the main campaign. Like I say campaign, but that's the main stuff that I do is I do the Pacific stuff because it was their best looking shit, and it
was the best one, and it was what we were kind of hoping that Battlefield 5 was going to be
as a whole. Yeah.
And then it just didn't end up that way, so we were like, all right, well, never mind. Vanguard itself, I'm not in.
No.
I'm not in at all. Like, it just looks hokey and kind of weird, and like, they're going in a weird direction. Call me when you guys release Modern Warfare 2. Like, that's where I'm at. Just call me. Just let me know. Let me know when that drops. I'll probably drop in for the campaign, and then after that, I'm probably dropping back out. But this looks fun. It's free, right? Like, this is free. So you can jump in, check it out, run around the map, see what game modes they add to it. I'm interested. How you feeling? How you feeling about it, Stevie?
So
you're more of the Warzone-y. You play more of this than I do, so
barely. I don't really do too much Call of Duty. I think a big turnoff for me is definitely how easy it is to jump into a Warzone game and get squared off against somebody who has some $30 cheating hack thing
Yep.
that just makes you look like you're playing backwards with a blindfold through a mirror from your garage.
Yeah.
And I think that's obnoxious. So I don't really play too much of that. However, I can't deny that the visuals and the aesthetic of
Hmm.
those games always looks good. Whenever you jump into a Call of Duty game, you know you're going to get a cool story, some cool guns, cool aesthetics and visuals, and the atmosphere is going to be totally rad.
Yeah.
And that part is really cool. The Halloween event they've been doing for Warzone has been pretty fun to dive back into a little bit there. We jumped in with Strut's
Yeah.
custom lobbies this past Sunday. That was a good time to do. I messed around with some of the Halloween mode. That's always fun to do. Um, it always seems like whenever they decide to really strap up their boots and do something rad, it seems like Call of Duty always comes through with something cool.
Yep.
This could definitely be one of those things that's going to be a cool experience to dive in on.
Hmm.
I'm very excited to check it out. I think, honestly, just looking at what I saw, just from what you were showing me here, what I saw on the stream,
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of the Warzone people are going to like it.
Which could be
I don't
good,
think,
could be
I was just
bad.
going to say that it could be good, but I don't think they're going to like the map because
It's not what
when
they're signed on for with Warzone.
Verdansk Verdansk is very open and
Yeah.
flat with a couple of things here and there. There's not really a whole lot of terrain shift in Verdansk. There's
Yeah.
not. As much as people might think there is, there's really not. Anything in the Pacific Theater, if you watch the Pacific, you play Battlefield 5, hell, you play Battlefield 1941
Yep.
and you check that stuff out. The Pacific Theater, for as hellacious as it was, those maps and those environments for the gameplay aspect, what I'm talking about
It
here.
just gets claustrophobic so quick.
But then it's also extremely terrainy.
Yeah.
And I know it's not a real word, but you get what I'm saying. There's crazy hills, and then there's a hill that
Yeah.
has like thick ass trees and brush and all sorts of stuff all around it.
Yep.
And you don't know if somebody's in there until you either step on them or they're shooting at you and killing you.
Yeah.
Um, and it's just all kinds of shit around there. It's just, I think that's cool. I'm gonna enjoy checking that out. I think that's gonna be fun to check out. I think that's gonna be a fun aspect of the game to delve into. Like I said, I think your average run of the mill Warzone players may not enjoy that as much, especially because there will be parts where it, as you said, gets claustrophobic as shit.
Yeah.
But then it will also, on top of being claustrophobic, you're just going to be like, I wonder if anybody's out. I'm dead.
Yep.
I'm up. He sees me. I'm down. Type deal. Like it's just going to be wild. But
Yeah.
I'm interested to see it.
Yeah. I think. I
It's going to
think
be
to
cool.
that note. I think to that note, 100%. We're gonna see people playing a lot more, sound horrorish, like we do with like Tarkov and stuff.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna get a lot more of that moving forward because you're just gonna need to hear things because you're not gonna be able to see. Like the
Yep.
brush will be thicker, the areas will be
Yeah.
more dense. Like you're just gonna have to play a little bit more tactically, um, and that might actually work in its favor for the actual gameplay because it is. I don't have a lot of fun playing battle royale in Call of Duty because it just doesn't. You don't have that aspect as much, right? Like I just don't have that same feel
It
that I
doesn't
get
feel.
from Tarkov or even the Cycle, like where it's not even
Yeah.
that hardcore. Um, and I don't
It doesn't.
know that it's mostly because it's the battle royale setup, right? You just don't have the consequences of failure as
Well,
much.
let me. Well, it's
Like
funny
you just lose the game. That's it, right? Like that's it. But
Well, so here's my take on the whole thing with battle royales. A true battle royale game is you die, you're out,
yep,
and it's devastating, and you're like son of a bitch.
yep,
You got your PUBGs that have that. Chunk just typed in PUBG. You got your PUBG with that. You got your moments of Tarkov with that. I mean, the original battle royale game was, if for all intents and purposes, it was PUBG.
yep,
Everything that is within Warzone, it's a very um it's a very arcadey version of that. Not that it's not that it doesn't have its moments where it's enjoyable. I'm not just gonna tee off on Warzone here, but it definitely seems like Warzone is definitely a very niche game because I have not met a lot of people that, oh yeah, man, I like playing Warzone and blank, 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 blank.
Mm-hmm.
There are people that just play Warzone and that's it.
Yeah.
That is all they play. That is the only game. They live in Verdansk. Their mail goes there. Their zip code on their phone. It is just Verdansk. That is it. That is all that they play. Very rarely do you meet somebody that plays multiple, types of, like
Yeah.
Warzone and this and that and that. I dabble in it, but
it's mostly just run and gun when you have your friends around.
Warzone is more like freeze tag. Can't bring a very good point. Play Warzone. Uh, Plays Warzone, ass at real shooters. Yep. That's another thing that I've noticed. That's another thing that I've noticed too. I mean, a good example for that one. No shade to the doc, but you look at Doctor Disrespect. That dude jumps into Warzone and just, he dominates the fucking game 100%.
Yeah.
But then he steps into Tarkov, and it looks like he's never played a game in his life.
Yeah.
And it's just like, these games. These
Dialed
games are.
in.
I love that. I'm saying all of it, and Chungus is typing in it immediately. But it's like these games are very different. Like, I'll check out Call of Duty. Call of Duty definitely adheres to a different caliber of gamer and of consumer, for that matter, as well. You will definitely get more people that just want to jump in and play Warzone and beat their head against the wall and dick around with that, rather than settle in, settle down, and do something like Tarkov, or do something like the cycle, or invest that time that needs to go into something like that. And not that there's anything wrong with being casual in that sort, but I'm actually very excited to take a look at this map coming out and what this is, because I think that's going to kind of change the game and the gameplay of it. And that is always interesting to see. It's always interesting to see new add-ons like that, because that will change the way how you play a game. I mean, you look at the way somebody plays COD right now on like Verdansk or Rebirth Island, for that matter, even. I don't think they're going to be able to play it the same, because just looking at the screenshots you have up right there's that village in the middle of this fucking just gulch, like this valley, and it's like everything in the middle of that is just going to be a giant kill box, and it's going to be obnoxious for anybody inside of it trying to fight for ground while getting shot from a hill, and then the people that are shooting you from a hill are getting sniped at from another hill, and it's like
your
it's just
your
gonna
teams are
be
just gonna have to play differently. The teams are just gonna have to play differently, and that actually it seems intriguing.
Yes.
It actually seems interesting that like maybe this map can fix some of the things that even I have big gripes about with even just playing plunder on Call of Duty. Like I just maybe this fixes some of those.
Squad and they catch on. Yeah, he brings up a good point. Guys that do Tarkov, they jump into games like Squad, Insurgency, DayZ, Arma 3, catch on pretty quick. COD players, they have a very hard time.
Not so much.
Because they have a very hard time adjusting and picking that up. Like two of the guys, the twins you guys watch on here, Nick and Brandon, they look at me playing Tarkov. They're like, "There's no way, dude. There's no, I couldn't." And it's like, they're probably right. But you put them in a COD game, and it's just they run off, and it's just like amazing to watch them do it. But I think my opinion on this, I think when this map comes out, I think you're going to see a big split between the players. I think you'll see people that strive to play Warzone differently and want a different experience playing the Pacific map, and I think you're going to see a lot of people dog on that and just stick to like Verdansk and Rebirth Island, and all of that. I think it's going to be cool. I mean, planes, that's going to be rad. Planes are always cool. Battlefield, I'm a Battlefield guy. I love planes. Give me planes. Give me vehicles. I love that shit. That is great in massive multiplayer shooters. I love that shit.
On that note, will we actually even bother with this when 2042 is coming out?
That's actually a good point. I think we'll do it just so we can check it out and say, yeah we checked it out.
We'll say yeah or nah, and move from there.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right.
That's another thing I didn't consider until you just said it right now.
Yeah, I think I think that's probably what's going to end up happening. All right.
Mm-hmm. So all that null and void. There it is.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the top 3 of the week. That's all I
Hell
got.
yeah.
Steve, you got anything for news cycle of the week that you want to add?
No, not really. I wasn't really too set for that. I was just kind of to piggyback off of what you said there. I know there's a bunch of people just going, "Grr." I could hear the eye rolls right now through the headset.
Groan.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I'm looking for the. I'm gonna have to get myself a Switch. That goes without being said. I need to
Yeah.
get myself a Switch because that's gonna be phenomenal. I'm definitely gonna have to check out the Aliens roadmap. I think we're gonna check that out and see how that goes. Well, that'll definitely be one that we definitely kind of text and go, "Hey, man, did you see this? Yeah, let's check it out. Let's see
Yeah.
how it goes."
Yeah, 100%. I think
And
that's
we'll go
probably
from
what's
there.
gonna happen is like the seasonal drop for Fire Team. We'll jump in, we'll check it out, we'll
Mm,
get things unlocked. We'll go back to playing Battlefield,
yeah, pretty
or the
much. I mean,
cycle, or
that,
like
that's the big thing. People, for now, as far as Aaron and I go, when Battlefield comes out, you can't sit with us in
yeah,
Battlefield.
that's basically where we're gonna live
I mean,
for
that's
a
just
while.
we're just yeah. That's how that's gonna be. But also, um, yeah, there's definitely gonna be some things we could definitely check out there. I'm excited to see how that goes. The Switch thing definitely piqued my interest. I just don't have a Switch at the moment, so I can't like do anything other than ask you how it's going or my other people
Yeah,
that have Switches how it's going. But the Aliens is gonna be rad because subdue stuff would be cool. I'm definitely hoping that maybe with the new game modes, it just comes with maps.
yeah.
That would be cool. And I'm very interested to see the new map for Warzone. I think that'll be cool. That'll be enjoyable, and I guess we'll see how that goes from there. I mean, there wasn't really other than that too
Uh,
much going on.
the big news for me this week, honestly, like that is beyond all of the big drops from the big studios and stuff, is that the cycle is just knocking it